Good afternoon, beautiful people. We're back for the 16th episode, y'all, of Real Relevant Right Now. And today's episode is called Can't Stop, Won't Stop. And hey, Kate, lovely to see you here, my darling. But yeah, we've got an amazing guest on the show today, Yinka Awoni, and he is a London-based actor. He's been in some super amazing TV and film series, so we're going to be talking all about his career, what he's done so far. So yeah, it's going to be a really great show. So I'm just going to wait for a few people to join. Hey everybody, I hope you're having a lovely Sunday. Love you too, Kate. But yeah, and here I think Yinkx has just joined. Yes, he has. Super. So I'm going to wait for a few more people to join and then I'm going to get him on. But how's everybody feeling? How are you today? What's been going on? I'm super hungry. Like, I've actually not eaten any food just yet. Okay, maybe it's a lie. I did have a huge breakfast, but I'm Marvin. Really hungry. Hey, Indra. Lovely to see you too. And I'm going to... Cool, I think I'm literally gonna... Thanks, Levi. You know how I love my yellow. And it's lovely to see you here as well. I am going to... Yinkx, can you request to be in the video, please? Thanks, Rich. Yeah, okay, it might be a little delivery situation for some fodder. No, I might make something, actually. I've got lots of food in. Oh, nice. You're on the bus. You're travelling. You're with us and you're travelling. I love that. Keeping it real, keeping it relevant, keeping it right now. But, yeah, so I'm just... there we go. Yinkx is ready to be in the video. Go live with Yinka. Hopefully he should be on here soon, guys.
Oh, wow. How you doing?
Hello. Oh, wait, Yinkx.
Hi.
Like, I need you to flip.
I know, I'm like this. What the hell? Hey,
Yay!
I'm going to come off it. Oh, what's good, guys?
What's going on? How
Yeah, I'm good.
you?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Blessed to death, right?
Yes, blessed to death.
Yes, so as I said, everybody, this is Real Relevant Right Now, episode 16, Can't Stop, Won't Stop. And we have the amazing, sorry, I had hair on my lip, Yinka Awoni.
How you doing, guys? Brat.
Oh my
Brat.
God, Yinkx. Thank you so much for coming on the show. It's really good to see you, looking really well. How's your Sunday been?
It has been good. Tottenham won 5-2. It was a bit stressful at the beginning in the first half, but we pulled it through. I was going to wear my Tottenham hoodie, but like, I've washed it too many times. It's made a wall, so it looks like I've got something from Gap Kids. You know, like one of those wedge men. No, like one of those wedge men that go and try and wear tight top. So it wasn't looking too sexy, to be honest. Like, I mean, not like our football today. But yeah, I washed it and I put it on a hot wash. So you know, like this like jogging kind of material. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. But it's one of those sweat material, and it shrank. But it's my lucky top. It's my lucky top, so I have to wear it every game. And so when I wear it, I like look like move. Yeah, I can't move, man. So it's all good.
No, that's so funny. Well, my dad would be happy. He's a Tottenham Hotspurs fan.
Oh, is he? Oh, yeah, kudos to him, then, man.
Yeah, so he'll be happy today. Good to hear that. Literally. So Yinkx, let's get down and dirty with this.
Let's get down to it, man. I tried to put my phone on one of those ring lighters, which I can see that you're brightened up like that. But it turns out to be like that, and that doesn't work for us, does it? So I've got to go hands-free.
I'm so sorry.
I'm going to go hands-free.
I love that you called it a ring lighter. You're amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's commented saying not another Spurs
fan. Not another Spurs fan. Oh, don't worry about that. They're the others. I don't even call them Arsenal. I just call them the others down the road.
The others.
Like the others. The others.
I love that.
They don't deserve to be on first name terms with me, to be honest.
Yes, Yinkx. Can I just ask as well before we get into this, what is that behind you? Because it looks epic. What does it say?
Right, this.
Yeah.
It's backwards, isn't it?
Yeah, it
right,
is.
So
what, courage?
Let's see where we come. It says courage, inspiration, sweat, love, the Paralympics 2012, and I've got my 2012 Team GB top, better never stops. This is one of my inspirational tees that I wear when I go gym.
Oh, I love it. To keep it going, keep it moving. No, 100%.
Keep me, yeah. Get those extra reps out, innit?
100%. I'm loving it. So, Yinkx, like, one thing that I want to ask you, obviously, we've just been in lockdown. You're an actor. Acting, music, anything creative has really kind of seriously just slowed down because we can't get together and we can't do what we love to do. Do you know what I mean? And appreciate, you know, artists or actors or musicians. How has lockdown actually affected you as an actor? Like your well-being, your mental health?
Yeah, but for a start, it was tough at the start. I won't lie. It was, you can tell by my eyes right now where I'm just trying to think about what I went through at that beginning, those beginning periods, because I was on a bit of a roll, you know what I mean? Like things were popping off. I was doing certain roles. Things were, because in this industry it's always about momentum and keeping that momentum. That's where the can't stop is about momentum, keep going kind of thing. And then everything just, you know, shut down. So I remember like, what happened, well, this is what happened to me. You know, like when we went into lockdown, everyone's like, go online, do this course, do that course, go and like, come on. So basically the industry was doing really well to keep us actors involved, like Backstage, Spotlight, all these industry-backed companies were really like supporting us actors. And I tried to jump on everything. I tried to do everything. So literally, I think I blew my load too quick because after like 2 weeks, I was like, I was so overwhelmed. Really? So I went from a state of not wanting to try and do everything, to becoming overwhelmed, then to shutting down. So then I went into like a 2 week, like almost depression in my bed, not doing nothing, like, oh, no, I can't cope with this. Exactly. And then I think the most important thing happened to me during lockdown, for me personally, I started to change my language that I said to myself. And I said, I'm not locked down, I'm grounded. And I live right by the river. I live right by the River Thames. I remember going for a walk on the River Thames randomly. Like I'd lived there for some time and I didn't realize how close the River Thames was to me until we had to start doing our walks. You know, the hour a day walk.
When you could leave for an hour.
When you could leave the yard. And I was like, oh, the river's right here, so close. And there's a golf course so close to me. And all these things that I never had time to experience before lockdown, I started to walk around it. And I remember just sitting at the edge of the river and I seen a ship. And the ship was docked. It was just a docked ship. Now, River Thames is a busy river. It's a commercial river, you know, that for hundreds of years, this has been the lifeblood of the United Kingdom. So when you look at the river, there's always commercial boats and cruise ships and, you know, military ships. You know, it's a very busy river. But there was nothing happening. And even till today, it's still very quiet. But there's one big ship that's like a tanker that was grounded there. And I just thought to myself, that ship is one day going to leave. Even though it's there now, one day it's going to set sail again. So let's look at this like I'm going to set sail again and I'm grounded. And so when you're grounded, I realized that they were repainting the ship. They were doing like renovation on the ship. They were restoring the ship. They were reviving the ship. They were returning the ship to maybe what it was from before. And I just looked at the ship and said, that ship is me. That no longer will I say that I'm grounded. No longer will I say I'm locked down. Because coming from the community that I come from and coming from a background that I've come from, that word lockdown is quite a powerful word in my ears. When you're locked up and you're locked down, that's for real. You don't have, your liberty has been taken away from you. But my liberty hadn't been taken away from me. It's just a different way of me looking at the way I want to approach things. So I decided to be that shit. And from that moment, I said, okay, I'm going to just reset myself, renew myself, rejuvenate myself, restore myself. And then I went on a period of just trying to firstly find out what do I need to do to get the ball rolling again out of this 2 week thing that I was talking about from earlier. So I think that the three most important things I say that I done for myself and advice that I can give is that the first thing I done was I tried to win the morning. Oh my gosh, I'm not a morning person. Everyone says I'm not a morning person, I'm not a morning. My day starts like about 11. My day starts like 2 and ends at about 3 in the morning. So like, because I'm a night owl, I'm a natural night owl like that. But I realized how important it was to win them because, you know, we're in all day, so on and so forth, you know. So I thought like, let's not be in bed all day or let's not just be chilling out all day or so on and so forth. the moment that you win the morning, you have momentum for the rest of the day. You know what I mean? So it wasn't easy at first. So I've decided to start getting up.
Okay. What time?
Like, all right, okay. It started about 8, and people say, 8, I'm already at work by 8. I've only done 3 hours worth of work. But us actors, we live a life of leisure. We don't. So I started at 8, and then every other day when I thought I could do like 15 minutes more, 20 minutes more, and I got it up to like about 5:30. 5:30, wow. I was waking up within about 3 weeks of there. Really, really and I realized that, you know, so I woke up. Another next important thing was like winning the morning. So once I've won the morning, I'm up, I'm ready. I have to get out the house.
Take on the day.
I have to get out the house. No, I just literally put my tracksuit bottoms, put on my crepe, and I walk, and I beeline it to the river, or I beeline it to my golf course, and I just done my morning walk. Yep. And in that morning walk, I was listening to stuff. I was listening to inspirational speeches, listening to like Evan Carmichael, listening to E.T. Hip Hop Preacher. I was listening to my ministry. I was listening, and then so I'd do a walk. I'd walk for like about 6-7 kilometers, come back, then I would do a bit of meditation.
Love that.
And the meditation was the one. That was the game changer. The meditation was the game changer because it kind of like reset my mind for the day and for the morning, and it was literally just doing you know, like on your phone, the app Calm.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's just an app that I think my phone provider was giving me 3-6 months worth of membership. So I said, all right, why not jump on it? Yeah. This meditate, I heard that it was all right. And I was just doing like what they've done was like a 21-day crash course in meditation. So they take you through all the stages of it. So I was complete novice from doing it. And I said, all right, for 10 minutes every day, I'm going to do it. And I was just building up myself on learning how to do it. And I've not stopped since. It's been
I was going to say that. Have you continued it? Yeah, I was going to say
so on the app, so listen, so on the app, they've got this thing of like, how many days you've done consecutively, and I got up like to about 43 days. It was like 50 days, so on and so forth. And then one thing happened to me, and it didn't reset. It went back to 1. I was like, no, I've got to start all over again. And so,
so frustrating.
But then that also taught me that I'm not competing against anyone. Yes. If I can do it, I do it. If I can't do it, I do it, and not beat myself up about it. Because that's what I was doing at the beginning of this. I was beating myself up for not being able to keep up with all these classes and not be able to keep up with all these Zoom webinars and not able to keep up with all these acting things. And I just said, like, I can do what I can do. It started with the walks. The walks, I'd never really done walks before. And then I said, all right, let me just do 15 minutes today. Let me do whatever and come back. So one day I'll do 15 minutes, one day I'll do an hour. There was no set thing. There was no set kilometers. There was no set time or anything like that. Until it was just
setting yourself little daily tasks for you to achieve them, because that feeling of achieving them is good. It's positive.
It is, but the thing is that not to over try and exceed yourself and over try and do something that's beyond yourself at the beginning. Just do what you like and what your body feels comfortable with, and then after that, you'll get into a rhythm of it. So so after the walks in the morning, graduated onto a bike, and I bought a bike for the second-hand shop. The bike bust down on me the first day that I bought it. The brakes went, almost got knocked over at the roundabout. Don't buy £30, but £30 bikes are a reason that they're £30. They're a reason why they're £30.
I love your honesty, though.
The thing is, like, I was trying to beat down the guy. The guy, I'd never forget because the guy lived local to me, and he does all these second-hand bikes and repairs them. When I bought the bike, the smile on the man's face, you know, when he's like, see you later, as I rode down the road. Yeah, I've got this one out. Yeah, I've got your money now. And yeah, that was great because I used to just use the bike in the morning, so I could cover more distance. So I could really travel around down the River Thames, and I just had my headphones in, put them on, and just went for it until my bike got stolen the other day, like outside my house. Yeah. So I left my bike unlocked. And so I'll never forget it. Like it was like 3 weeks ago. And I left my bike unlocked to run in the house and come. Within about 5 minutes, like I heard a little rumbling of my bins. I thought, no, my bike. I run out in my sliders. Chase off this kid's there on the bike, shifting on the bike like this. Looked around and started laughing with all his friends, and he laughed. He laughed at me as he stole my bike away. I was so upset. I went on literally for the next 3 hours. I was in my car driving around, looking for him. Like, where's this kid?
Yinkx, I was so vexed. Oh
yeah,
my
but
God.
yeah, but then a lesson was taught to me that very day. So I'm there looking for this kid. I'm on the hunt. I'm like one of those FBI cops. Yeah, you know the one, boy. I had my glasses on. I was properly doing a stakeout for these kids. I was pulling up kids. Have you seen this kid on my bike? And there's some guys fishing on the Thames. And I said, have you seen these kids? There's about 5 of them on a bike. They stole my bike. And the guy goes to me, I bet one day you've stolen a bike in your past, innit, as well? And I went, oh, you know, like you kind of like,
so
it's interesting.
Karma.
It's like, not even karma, it's like, you were a kid once, weren't you?
Yeah.
And you done stupid things once in your life, weren't you? Like,
yeah.
Forget about it and move on. And it just changed my mind about why am I hunting for kids for my £30 bike? It's a £30 bike for a reason.
100%.
Just let it go.
Kind of put it in perspective for you.
Just put it in perspective, because you know, you used to do things as a kid as well. When I told him the story, we were just laughing about it.
Yeah.
And then it just gave me a different
really good way of looking at it, though, because I know that a lot of people could be really angry. Yeah, like someone's commented saying definitely karma, and I know the feeling. I've had 2 bikes stolen during lockdown, 4 months apart.
2.
Really?
Maybe my bike that I got for £30 was the one of yours that you lost. Because this guy, I'm sure these bikes were dodgy that this guy was selling them.
Yeah. So that was kind of your like routine when you kind of plummeted in lockdown. You were able to pick yourself up by
just stay grounded.
Yeah, and I really love what you said about language, because I think that is something that was very important. And I remember speaking to a few people about that actually during lockdown. It was, you know, like just little things, you know, like people were putting on weight because we weren't really doing much. We're at home, comfort eating because you're feeling crap. And it's like, then you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're thinking, oh, I look like this or I look like that. And actually that was something that I was doing to myself that I had to like pull myself up on and actually say, no, Kirsty, you are amazing. Your body is amazing. It holds you up. It does, you know, like, and just literally be kinder with the language that you use towards yourself. And it makes such a difference. It is so powerful. So powerful.
If you can't talk to yourself, if you can't talk positive to yourself, who will do it?
100%. 100%.
Yeah. Are you waiting for someone else to tell you how great you are, how brilliant you are, how talented you are, how strong you are, how resilient you are? No one knows the struggles and stuff that we go through better than us. 100%. So who better to talk to us than I talk to myself all the time.
Oh my God, so do I.
Like literally, I mumble to myself and talk to myself.
I even do it when I'm at work and like all my work colleagues.
I will say I can be quite toxic to myself as well at the same time, because I'm so driven to stuff. You can be quite toxic, so I always have to catch myself not to be too toxic about the language that I speak to myself. Sorry. Like if I'm too intense, if I say I'm useless at this, the words that we speak are powerful. The words that come out of our mouth are powerful, and they manifest themselves in so many ways. So, and I had to sometimes I have to take a check on myself and make sure that the stuff I'm saying to myself is the right stuff. Because, as I say, like what we say to ourselves and what we say out into the world are really powerful in regards to that.
Yeah, because I'm a massive believer, and it's always something that I live by, is that we speak it into existence. So that's in both good and bad. So that's when you have to catch yourself. Do you know what I mean? Because if you start telling yourself that you're absolutely abysmal at whatever, you will become very abysmal at whatever it is that you're affirming. So no, I'm a massive believer in that. And Yinkx, I wanted to ask you, so like in this whole kind of process of lockdown and picking yourself up and stuff, was there a part or a moment where you felt like, because I know that I definitely did, there was this whole like, it must have been a good few weeks of just procrastination.
Oh my gosh.
And like, how did you tackle that?
I think you got to reuse the right tense. How am I tackling it?
Okay. So we're
how am I tackling? It's an ongoing thing. It's an ongoing thing. No, it is like that's one of the biggest challenges I sometimes have with myself is the procrastination. And it's funny, we only procrastinate about the stuff that's not important, because if it's important, you will do it. Yeah. If it's life and death, if it's eat or not eat, if it is do or don't do, you will do it. So it's the other stuff that you think, oh, I can put off for tomorrow, I can put off for later on today. And so I think for me, the biggest thing I can share is that trying to do the biggest things first. Okay. When I say that, so the biggest challenge is trying to attack them first in the day. Like when you have the most energy, when you have the most, like in the mornings and so on and so forth. If you can get those things that you've wanted to get done, then you've kind of like won. You've won
part of the battle, haven't
part
you?
of the battle early.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
That's why the mornings are so important. Like if there's something like, you know, you got some work to do, you got a clearance of a cupboard that I'm looking at my cupboard like I still haven't really fully done that yet. My cupboard's like, yeah, you procrastinator, you shut up, man. You still ain't dealt with me yet. But it's doing those big tasks early, I suppose, that really helps you, you know, try and beat the things that you're procrastinating over.
Yeah,
and it comes with so many visors as well. Procrastination is such a big thing in regards to stopping us from achieving our maximum potential.
Yes. And I think there is some element, especially when it has to do with the things that you love. If you were procrastinating on doing things that you love, there's some element of fear there. And that's what's you know, creating the procrastination. But when you're talking about a kind of mundane task, it's funny you say that you kind of started at the top and then worked your way down. Because I remember at the beginning of lockdown, I like redecorated the whole bedroom. I put pictures up. I did all this stuff. And the one thing that I had left to do was sort out all my paperwork. And I bought a file of facts and I got all this stuff. So ready. It's still in the spare room just there.
Yeah,
and I just keep looking at it because I'm like, I know how long it's going to take me and it's really not that important for my life right now.
So it's funny that you say that. I really love that you said that. It's because you bought all the things that were ready to help you do it, but those things are still sitting. So you actually had the gumption, the awareness, the resources to go out there and get the file of faxes, get the files, get all the things, the boxes or whatever. And they're just there. So I hear what you're saying with regards to that. We kind of, but because that was the easier thing to do rather than doing the task.
100%.
You understand what I'm saying? It was easier to go to Wilco. It was easier to go to Wilco and get the, you know, the file backs and all that than to go into the spare room and do what you need to do then.
Because that whole journey, I could make fun. I could take a nice walk through the park, get some food. Do you know what I mean? Then come back and do it.
It becomes a day event. Get the file backs comes a day event, isn't it? I get a coffee, then I'll chill out a bit.
Starbucks, I'll do this. But so Yinkx, when it comes to acting and your career, is acting something that you've always wanted to do?
No.
Talk to me. I love that though, that you're so like cutthroat. No,
the reason why it wasn't is because I didn't understand my purpose at a younger age until later.
Okay.
Later on in my life journey. I knew I was good at certain things. I knew that I had ability and capability to do certain things, but it was only in later life when I realized all these things that had happened to me prior in my life were leading me up to this point.
Yes.
So, and I'm happy that I wasn't a child actor, and I'm happy that I wasn't a teen actor, and I'm happy that I wasn't a young adolescent actor. I'm happy that I started the journey when I did, because it was at the right time.
Yeah.
And people are worried about, why have I not started something, or I've got this passion to do it. When I was like, it's the right time. People are like, oh, you started too late. No, I didn't start too late. I started at actually the perfect time.
The exact time that was right for you.
The exact time. Because if I hadn't have started when I did, I wouldn't have had all those life experiences. I wouldn't have had all the failures born before. I wouldn't have had, because I would have just thought, oh, this acting thing is easy to go through and easy to achieve. When it's not. But I'm happy that I had all those backup life experiences for me to be able to know that once I've found my purpose and once I've found my gift, that I knew this is what it's about and this is what I need to go and achieve. So I was doing like estate agency. I was doing like real estate. Okay. And it was funny is that period in my life was really setting me up for what I wanted to do later on, because I had to learn how to be personable. I had to learn how to win people's confidence. I had to learn how to connect with other human beings. I mean, I love people. I love connecting with people. That is one of my core things in me. That's one of my core values in regards to that. And yeah, I didn't realize that was one of the tools that would be needed to help me achieve in acting as well. So there's things that have happened in my life that have brought me to this point. So it wasn't like I've always, but when I look back, I was the kid that was playing with Star Wars figures at 13 years old in his bedroom, you know, because there was no one else to play with. So I was already being creative, you know, at that time.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I was always being creative. I was always doing creative things. It's just that I didn't understand that it would be in the guise of performance and in drama and in acting and in regards to that.
Yeah.
Until the opportunity came where my purpose was revealed to me, then I was like, wow, I'm actually good at this. I'm
I love
actually,
that.
I find peace in what I'm doing. I find strength in what I'm doing. I find
Powerful.
I put a smile. It puts a smile on my face. I come off
Yeah.
stage and I'm electric, and my blood is coursing through my veins, and I feel like a Superman.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, this is what I've been put on this planet to do.
No,
Um, and,
100%.
and it doesn't, and it also doesn't mean that it might not change in the future, because we're evolved. People think this is the one job I've got to do. I'm going to be an engineer. I'm going to be a nanny. I'm going to be a barber. It could be, you can evolve into to certain things just due for your life experience and what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and I'm fully agree with that. I think it's just the way that I suppose our generation's taught at school. It's kind of like you have to get your eye on one thing, and that's what you have to set out to achieve. But it's like you say, you know, there's been so many stories of, I don't know, like farmers or nurses or, I don't know, nannies all of a sudden at 52 or 30 or however old they are, deciding to start their own business. And before you know it, do you know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
multimillionaires. It's like, I think that that's
Yeah.
something that's so important, is that we all have options and we all have the choice to change our life and live the life of our dreams if that's what we really
It
want
is
to
our
do.
life, and
Yeah,
so don't be put in a box by it. Like,
100%.
roll with it, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, definitely. And I love what you say. Do you mind me asking, when was that pinnacle point that you realized this is my purpose? Like, how old were you?
Right. It came in different points. It came in,
Okay.
if I thought about it, and I thought it came in different times in my life. So the first time, I had a close friend called Clement, aka
Right.
Froggy, right?
Yeah.
And he was ill. He was ill with cancer, and he was terminally ill. And we were looking after, we were his carers. And mentally, I was suffering from depression because I wasn't able to maybe cope with what was going on. We were quite young. We were in our like mid-20s, early 20s at the time. And it was challenging at that time because we were his primary carers, me and my mates. And it was challenging. And to get through it, there was like a drama class going on in like Morley College, like one evening a week going there. And I just went there to just do something different. No interest in acting whatsoever. It was just like I wanted to get out of the house and do something
Take your mind off
and
what
take my
was
mind
going on.
away from what was going on. And I really enjoyed it and I loved it. And it was for like a couple of years, I think, or about 18 years, like just about once or twice a week would go. Made some great friends there, even till today, like they're achieving great things. But I left it then for like 10 years after that. Never went back to, like, literally.
No
and then,
way.
Yeah, it was that's when like other events happened in my life, my life turned to different directions and so on and so forth. And I just thought it was just something that, okay, I enjoyed doing. It was just something that, like a pastime.
Yeah.
And then I remember, like, I used to do a lot of like youth ministry at my church and that, and I used to like work with the drama group and the poetry group, and I was always in the arts and being creative in that. And then one day they had a play, like a little church play to do, and they said, "Oh, we really want you to be in this play." I was like, "Okay, yeah, no problem." He goes, "Well, who are you gonna be?" I said, "You're gonna play the devil in the play, in this church play." And it was an Easter play, and it was in Excel, is in front of 5,000 people. I really read the script. It's the first time I'd actually performed in front of an audience or anything like that.
Wow.
And I went and done this play, and I remember like before going on stage, my mind went blank. And then as soon as I opened my mouth, this character came out, everything came back to me. And I remember, coming off the stage, and people were like after what the performance that I'd seen in regards to that. And it was literally when I came off the stage that I said, well, I found something in me. It's literally when I came up to it, I said, I found something in me. I remember sitting down and people were coming up to me, "Oh, you're a professional actor." That was so, they already thought I was a professional actor. And so I remember being on the DLR, coming back from it, and then a man approaches me on the DLR and he goes, "Oh, you were really good that day. Are you a professional?" I said, "No, I've never, acted before." And he goes, and he mentioned the drama school called Identity. And I remember being on the DLR and he said, "Oh, it's on the next stop at Shadwell, like from there." And so he just told me, "Get off the DLR and go to this place in Shadwell and check it out." And I remember just making that decision that very moment. So literally in that train journey, he told me about the school. He told me about that I should go for. He saw a talent in me, and because he had a friend that went there. And I got off the DLR, went to Identity, went into the building. I was like, "This place is a dump," because they just moved into there. They hadn't refurbished it. Forgive me for saying that. windows were broken, toilet weren't working, there was mold there, the carpet was coming up, the wooden floor. But I felt in my place that this is the place I'm supposed to be at this point. And that's when I was so fortunate to go to the school when I did, and meet the people and meet the other creatives and meet my peers and meet those that are younger than me, the ones that are older than me coming out. And it's just been a creative environment, and I fell in love with it. And that's when I fell in love with the art. And
I love that is like the epitome of everything happening for a reason. Do you know what I mean? The way those events unfolded. That's so I absolutely love that. And so from then on, you kind of followed this dream and pursued your acting career.
It's interesting when you say followed the dream, because the dream is always evolving. The dream was maybe just to go to drama school. It wasn't to become a professional actor. The dream was like, can I actually pass this course and pass this thing? That was my dream at the time, just to attend there. My dream wasn't, you know, Hollywood or TV or whatever. It was just, can I come to the school and can I roll with the big boys? Can I actually hang with these guys that I think are so talented and so amazingly gifted? Can I you know, perform with them and be around them and be able to create with them? And once I'd achieved that, because I remember, I'd never forget, first term, in fact, first class, shout out to Greta Mendes, my first drama class, I remember coming in, I had some Hustler tracksuit bottoms, like, man was a thought that he was, so I had, like, he said Hustler on the front of his bottoms, and we were supposed to wear all black, but Yinkx trying to be the rebel, so the server came into the class, Greta came into the class, she cast me out. She comes up, what you think you're wearing this thing for, man? What wrong with you, boy? Take out the thing you're supposed to wear black. You think you're a hustler, we'll tell you about us. Yeah, because Auntie Greta, she doesn't like me calling her Auntie Greta, but she's my auntie to me. I love her.
Okay, I love it.
And first time she just literally stepped in the class, and she kind of like, from that moment, she said that I should have humility. He told me that I should have humility for where I am. I should be humble for where I am. I should be appreciative for where I am. I'm not the best there. I'm not, like, dumb it down a bit, Yinkx, Come here to work and come here to be what's around you, you know, like, forget all this big-headedness that you try and sometimes roll with. And it was really important, really important for me at that moment, just from the very, very first moment, very first class, and having some amazing teachers there that taught me a lot in regards to that. And literally from there, just created a momentum to try and keep moving forward from there.
Yeah, no, I love that. And Yinkx, how did it feel? You did kind of just explain before, but when you are on stage or you're in a theatre or in front of cameras, what is that feeling like when you're doing what you love?
Most probably I find is that I'm at my truest self.
Yes. That was going to be my next question. You led into my next question. I was going to say to you, are you at your truest self? Do you feel like you are your truest self, you're authentic to you when you are acting?
When you believe you're in your purpose and you're in your gift and you know that this is your superpower, then you are your truest self. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter whether you're cutting hair, baking cakes, fixing cars, singing, dancing, drawing. When you are in the element where you know that this is my superpower, that's when you're at your truest self.
I love
in my personal opinion. And so yeah, like when I'm performing on stage and when I'm performing on camera, it is there's nothing like performing on stage and coming off that stage and that feeling that you have from live performing. I miss it so much. Like, you know, not having the opportunity to perform live at the moment. Like doing theatre and that. I will tell you about it. How's it been that with you not being able to perform?
It's been a lot, Yinkx. Like last night, actually, was the first night I went to down to Gigi's in Hoxton, and my friend Shauna was performing, and she was on the show a few weeks ago. But it honestly, just to see live music filled my soul. You know, like I feel so recharged because we've not been able to get out and see live music, obviously with everything that's going down with Rona. And it's just given me like those tingles in my belly. Like I cannot wait to get on stage because I'm so gutted that we've got this whole new 6 people regulation, because it's a friend of mine's birthday next weekend and we were meant to be performing in a band and she was having like 30 people over. It was all going to be outside. And now we've got this whole 6-person thing. We've had to cancel the whole thing. And it's like, you know, like I'm like, oh my God, like when can I just get on stage and just sing to the people? Like I've really got a fire for it right now. So it's been hard. It has been hard, you know. Even just like going into Shoreditch and like going to Troy Bar and just, you know, like listening to like some people on open mic. And I've
Yeah,
just missed
yeah,
being around creatives. I think that's been a really difficult thing for me
yeah.
during lockdown, is not being around creative people or being able to immerse yourself into that energy of creative people, you know. They've not been as accessible. So, and it's hard to sometimes self-motivate, especially when it comes to creativity.
Yes, yeah.
You know?
I do definitely agree with you in that, in regards to our inspiration is out there.
Yeah.
And when that out there is taken away from you, you find that, oh, where does my inspiration come from? So you have to look for other ways and other guides to try and remain creative.
100%. And sorry, I was just going to say, and for
No,
me, I'm such an energy person. I'm an energy vibe. So it's like I get my energy and
energy,
inspiration from
energy.
people. Energy. What? Like, you know, like that's me. Energy. And it's like I've not been able to get that and like physically touch people and hug them. And do you know what I mean? Or just go have a jam session with the band and stuff. So that has been difficult. But then, like you say, I understood my purpose, and it's something again that I've understood as I've grown within my life. And you know, we've gone through certain experiences, and it's kind of like I had to have that conversation with myself during lockdown, which was right now I can't sing and I'm not feeling that energy to sing because of everything that's going on, but I know that my gift is my voice. So if I'm not going to use it to sing, how else can I use it to help speak to people and, you know, just kind of get some more positivity in the world, hence why I started this show. So I feel like, you know, when you know your purpose, you can kind of branch out in different ways. Like you say, you don't have to just be defined by one thing.
Yes, yeah, because you realize you're using that same voice that you sang to now to do what you're doing now. So you see like the evolution of your gift.
100%. Sorry, there was like some fluff.
No, I didn't say.
I thought it was a spider. Don't. Sometimes I forget the camera's on me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I do that one. I'm there like picking my nose like, oh shit, I'm on camera.
Oh, no, Yinkx. But okay, so going back to you and your acting, do you have a process when it comes to actually getting into character or into like a certain mindset to play that character? Like, how do you do? Tell us a little bit about your process. Or do you just jump into it like boom?
No. Do you know what? My process is many different things. It's theoretical technique, it's life experience, it's understanding of the script, understanding of the text, understanding. There's so many things. I make this example when anyone asks me that question about sometimes what's my process or how do I approach acting. Because I approach it from my own unique way. There's no one like me on this planet, so I do things that are comfortable for me and in my own space, kind of thing. So one of the things, did you get that fluff? Hi, Tolu. So basically, what was I going to say again? My mum makes moi moi, yeah?
Right.
Moi moi is like a beans cake, and everyone loves this moi moi that my mum makes, yeah?
Yeah.
They will come from far and wide on Easter and Christmas just to get them. I don't even care about the rest of the food. Okay. And it's like a secret family. Yeah, put your order in now, and then that's it. You're hooked for life, man. Cool. Literally. Thanks, Mum. And so, but a recipe is like a family, her recipe, her secret sauce, whatever it is. Yeah. No one really knows how she made. Everyone loves the moment. It's like when your mum makes a lovely apple pie, and you're like, "How did you make an apple pie?" And it's like, I just made it, isn't it? I made it from life experience. I made it from recipe, and over the years, you've learned how to make this apple pie. But when you eat that apple pie, when you eat that moi moi, no one asks you. When you taste it, no one's asking, "Oh, how did it make?" You just like the taste. You just like the taste. That's the way, and that's the way I see my acting. Something is like, it's about the end product. The process is part of the process. That's the cooking. By the end of the day, it's about the end product and what is being produced out there. So there's different. I'm not got any regimented way of how I process to get into character, but I know that whatever process I use, it's about the end goal. It's about the taste of that apple pie. I love that.
No, yeah.
And so I can take from other people. I can take little tips from people around. You know, I always keep about, and I'm learning still anyway. I mean, I always say the thing in acting, what do I know? What do I know? I don't know hardly anything about this industry. I've always got to keep learning about it.
Yes, I love that. And that's the only way you can kind of rise and rise higher. And become better within your craft, of course.
Yes, and become a better person as well, and in the process. Yeah,
I agree. Now, Yinkx, I know that we had a bit of a chat about this the other day, and lots of people that like watch me know that sometimes I just do this, and I just end up talking in a different accent. And I don't know
I did ask that. I said that.
why.
Where are you actually from?
Do you know,
you just went from North London to like Lancashire in about.
Literally. And I've had people be like, yeah, she's from Manchester. And I'm like, no, I'm really not. I swear to God, I just sometimes do this. Actually from London, East London, born and bred. But it's just something I do. So,
yeah. Seeing
as you're an actor, I just feel like we need to just vibes and do a few accents right now. Because I feel like you are.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay. So I've just started with me up north. I don't know where I'm from really, like I'm from Leeds or something. So I feel like you should come now with like
that Leeds accent, like.
Oh, you could do Leeds too.
I can't do a Leeds accent. I can't. Yorkshire. My friend from Hull, like, he's got a really strong Yorkshire accent. Like, he's from Hull. So he says like, I'm from Hull.
I'm from
Yorkshire.
Hull. Or when they say like in Buxton, that's where like my mum lives. They say stuff like, "I'm getting onto the bus." You're right, duck.
Yeah.
You're right, duck.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get onto the bus. You fancy a brew? You fancy a brew? Yeah.
And the thing, what is beautiful? What is beautiful? Even though we live on this small island called the United Kingdom, yeah, in the big scope of this whole planet, we're not that big. But you realise that how many different accents that we have here, different dialects. You have the Scottish that will be speaking like Scottishman and like weird Jimmy, and then we have all the.
Sorry, Yinkx.
My Scottish accent? No, I've got a rubbish Scottish accent.
Scottish. I've got a really bad Scottish accent. The only thing that I don't even know if I can do it. The only thing
you know what? There's most of these Scots saying, "Oh, like, this is a disgrace. You're taking the piss out of us."
I know. The only thing that I can say is I remember Fat Bastard in
Oh, you like my sexy body.
Look at my sexy body. That's the only thing I can say.
I know. Do you know what? You know what? You have a reference point.
Sexy body.
Oh, smell that one. Smell that one. Oh, the aroma. Mm.
Oh my God. Okay, what about Australian? I want to hear an Australian
accent. Aussie. Once again, what happens, as I say, we have references. So like Castlemaine 4X.
Now. Thank you.
You want an Australian accent? It's true sport.
True sport.
Gonna throw some shrimp on the Barbie?
Oh my God, on the Barbie. The snake gets real feisty if you poke it with a stick.
You watching too much. You what?
Too much Steve Irwin. You know, if you just poke it with a stick, the snake gets real feisty if you poke it with a stick. Okay.
Yeah, I know. See, that's your inspiration, Steve Irwin, there, right there. Yeah.
I just love accents. What about an American accent? I feel like you could do
American
accent for us.
Okay, American accent. American accent interesting. No, American accent interesting because you have, obviously, once again in America, huge place. You have so many different dialects.
Yeah.
Whether you're from
like
New York. Yeah, when you're from New York or when you're from LA, when they speak more laid back. But one thing going through, like I realized that the American accent is important for what we have to do. It's one of our tools that we have to do if you want to do American work and American TV shows. Yeah. And it's I realized that practicing it, you have to practice. We don't live in America. I don't live in America, so I have to practice. I have to listen to it. I have to. And I was very lucky in regards to performing in a place where I had to perform in an American accent. You're actually waiting for that. It's like, you could just do the accent. Just shut up and just do the accent. But the thing is, I don't see if I could. If I keep talking long enough, maybe I can get out this.
Do the accent. Now you can talk all you want to talk. We're doing the accent.
Yeah, but basically, like, I have an American accent. I have a good, strong American accent.
Okay, so let's hear it now. Thank you.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna do my Niger American one now. You know what I'm saying, baby girl? So, you know, from Boston, LA, you know.
What you saying?
What you saying, baby? What you saying?
I love, you know what I find though? Like, I kind of find that, like, when I talk to somebody and they have the accent, then I take on the accent. So if I'm talking,
it's true. When you're around another American people
from New York, then I'm gonna all of a sudden be like I'm from New York. Like a couple weeks back, I had a couple guests on from Philly. And in the interview, I was like, guys, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know why this is happening, but it's just happening. Because, like, I was just like picking up their accent. And my dad was like, Kirsty, what are you doing? I was like, I don't know. It just felt right in the moment. Like, I just had to do it. Literally.
It's interesting. We got I've got a film coming up called
Talk to
Baba,
us about
right?
this film. What's the film called?
It's called Baba. And it's called Baba. Yeah.
Yes.
And in the midst of this film, there are some accents being used in there. And they're accents being used by not the people that of that ethnicity. So imagine a white person maybe doing an African accent, or someone from Asia trying to do another accent, and how we receive that.
Well, how we
and it's interesting
that,
how we perceive. Are you taking the piss, or is this something genuine? And it's just,
isn't it?
It's interesting as a British person trying to do an American accent, how an American would see that, or when an American tries to do a British accent, and is that are they taking the mick out of my accent? Especially like when they say, like, when a white person does an African accent or an Indian accent, is that, oh, they're being obnoxious or racist. But no, this, like, we are all part of a world, and we can experiment and we can try out different things. And I don't get put up by that. Some people do get put up by that, and I just think that by doing this film, it's kind of highlighting the fact that, you know, when that accent's coming out from someone of maybe what you don't think is that type of person to come out of, how do we react to that, and how do we perceive that person and the statements that they're making? So I mean, we live in London. We're so privileged. We have.
Well, that's what I was going to say. We're in
Eastern
London.
European accent. We have Asian, African, like everywhere over the world. And I love people, and I want to imitate them and copy them and embrace them and fall into your culture and that. And I don't think I should be stopped from doing that. I want to.
No, I don't think anybody should. And I think if anybody kind of took offense to it, I don't know. That's my personal thing, especially when you're acting and stuff. I just think it's kind of cool, because it's like, you know, when you were just talking then about Americans, like, majority of Americans, when they try and do an English accent, they all think that we talk like this, don't they, darling? Like,
of course we do, darling.
You know,
yes, we do talk like that, don't we?
And I actually think, to be fair, I feel like the English accent is one of the accent or language, whatever, is one of the most difficult languages to ever learn, because there are so many different dialects and slang words and slang terms, and do you know what I mean, depending on where you are in the world and stuff. But no, I think freedom of accents, because I'm just going to do it all day, every day till the day I die, because my favourite one is if I try to do a fucking, oh my god, I just swore, I'm so sorry, but if I try to do a scout, are you
trying to say that Scouser people swear every 2 words? Is that what you're
I'm not, but I'm just saying it, do you know what I mean? Because somebody gave me a bevy. Like, that's probably awful to every person that lives in Liverpool, but I think it's amazing. And
you're actually banned. You're actually banned from Liverpool now.
I probably am. Oh my god, let's talk a little bit about the stuff that you've been in. So you've been in the Netflix series The Stranger, which I absolutely love. You've also been in a BAFTA award-winning show called The Edge on Channel 4. And most recently, you have been in BAFTA-winning Michaela Coel's I May Destroy You on BBC. And that, I want to ask you, how was it for you being in a show with such a sensitive yet real tragedy kind of a topic, you know, about her and the fact that it was based on a true story, and her talking about her being sexually assaulted, like, playing parts like that not playing parts like that, but I mean, as an actor featuring in a show such of that nature, how does that make you feel, like, when you're reenacting something that's real?
I think sometimes our life experiences are an amazing gift, good and bad. And in regards to, when I read the script to that, I was like, wow, these are really important subjects. These are really brave subjects to talk about. These are really like exposing yourself and putting you out there. So it was a very, very, do you know what? When I got the part and got the role, I didn't know what was going to transpire from it. Like, I didn't know what I was getting into, and so I just went with the flow. I was like, yeah, we're here, we're gonna have fun on set, we're gonna enjoy ourselves, and so on and so forth. And it's only later on, when after seeing, I was like, wow, like, Michaela is so amazing to just put this together. I mean, she bossed it, absolutely bossed it. I'm talking, wrote the thing, directed the thing, acted in the thing, produced it. I mean, literally, like, that is like a seminal piece of work. It's a seminal piece of work, and it's just a privilege to be involved in it and to be part of an amazing cast of
100%.
actors and creators to be it. And there's some scenes, some performances, some interaction by the actors on there. I was literally like everyone else. I'm just watching the television like,
oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna need a cup of tea right now.
Gosh.
And I'm gonna
have breaks.
Yeah, I had to have breaks.
Have a break,
Yeah.
like,
Literally, I had to take away, absorb it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go again on the next episode now.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because it was such powerful work. It's such amazing, and like kudos to everyone that put their creativity on the line and put their work on the line and pushed themselves beyond. Up and beyond than that. So yeah, like honestly, it was just a real privilege and blessing to be involved, man.
Yeah, no, I hear that. And Yinkx, do you feel as an actor and with what you're doing, and I feel like I know the answer to this, but I want to ask you anyway, is do you feel you almost have a duty or a responsibility because you're doing what you're doing to help inspire those around you, whether they be old, young, big, small?
100%. 100%. I am the poster boy for if you want it, you can do it.
Yeah,
but you gotta want it. But you gotta want it.
Go get quotes, because some of your quotes are so.
My go get quotes.
Yeah, like can't stop, won't stop. You know, I think
can't stop, won't stop. Do you know what? That to me is my gift and my curse. Because every time I want to stop, every time I want to take a break, every time I say take the pod, I can't, because I said I've already said I can't and I won't, so I can't stop. So I guess I won't stop then. It is my pet. Yeah, and it just keeps going. And that's what's got me this far. Is because I've been relentless and I've been focused and I've been made sacrifices and I've done all these things just to see how good I can be. It's not about for me about being famous or having any name like that. It's how good a person and actor I can be. And let's continue to strive towards that and not stop. The reason why I can't stop, because there's like 100 other such talented younger actors behind me that are like, they the ones that are pushing me, like, these guys are so good. And then I also want to like chase the people in front of me as well. So it's a constant like momentum and going forward of things in regards to that.
Elevating yourself up to the next level.
And saying that, and in saying that in regards to the other quote, is like this thing that I try to live by is like pull up, reach up and come together.
Yes, I love that.
And I think everyone should have a little bit of that in regards to pull up the ones that are coming from below you. Yeah, give them a hand to get them up. Give them the advice, the tips that they. Do you know what? Sometimes like people DM me on my Twitter or on my thing like, oh, how did you get your agent? Oh, how can you get, do your show reel? What does it take for me to take 5 minutes out of my time and even give them a call? Some people I don't even know, and I just give them a call. This is what I've done. This is how I did it. You give them these tips and advice, because that's the way I got it. And the reason why I got it is because I reached up. And I reached up to the people that are above me, my mentors, people that I look up to, and I asked them that question. And I asked them, so how do I get my show reel done? So how do I make my CV better? How do I get on TV? How do I get to get to do better plays and so on and so forth, or be in better productions or improve myself? And they gave me that advice. They took that time out for me, so I've got to do the self for people. And then also,
can I just say on that point, I absolutely love what you've said, because I also think what's really, really important in what you have just said there is the only way that you can better yourself as a person, better yourself within your career, is if you start mixing with the people that are already a couple steps ahead of you, because that is how you're going to learn. So that whole pull up, do you know what I mean? That is such a powerful thing. And I think a lot of people may sometimes be fearful for doing it, but I have reached out to so many people on this platform and just been like, hey guys, I need someone, and it's actually when you start putting yourself out there and you get rid of this fear and the stuff that we can the boundaries we can put in front of ourselves, like you say, it can be such a beautiful kind of reciprocative energy of giving and receiving. They're going to help you, but then you're going to be able to help somebody else.
Help someone else.
And this is how we continue to grow. So really, really important.
And then the third aspect to that is coming together. Yes. And it's coming together with your peers, with people that want to do projects with you, that people that say, oh, can you come and join? If I can do, I love doing short films. I love doing smaller independent projects, because that's where I learn. That's why I get to play all these different characters. That's why I get to play. That's my journey. maybe some performers that say, I'm gonna wait for my gig, I'm gonna wait for my TV gig, I'm gonna wait for this. Not me. No. I will do the show reels. I will do the short films. I'll do that gig that you have to change in the cafe toilets. Done plenty of times. You know what I mean? Like, there's no airs or graces about me. There's nothing bougie about me. You know what I mean? I'll get it done.
I love that though.
But because one is adding to my creativity and it's adding to my experience, but it's also we're coming together to create something. So it's being around other creators and other people and saying, let's come together and do something and make something and be creative in regards to that. So when I work in that triangle of pull up, reach up and come together, that helps get you momentum. And I can say that for and it's not just about acting, as you say, it's about your podcast and your radio show and where you're going. It can be in regards to if you want to start a business, it can be in regards to if you want to get into dance, anything you want to get into. If you start to ask people that are ahead of you, help people that are below you, and come to people that are around you, you'll realize that momentum will start to get regained in regards to
100%. And I think that's also a beautiful way to also keep yourself grounded, to keep that humility, do you know what I mean, within yourself whilst you're rising and not kind of losing control and losing your head. It's a beautiful way to do it. So no, I totally agree. Yinkx, we've literally got a couple of minutes left. So before you just before you go, do you have any words of wisdom for anybody out there that is trying to make it in the acting industry, music industry, whatever, just trying to do something that is the dream, that is their passion? What advice would you give to them? You've literally got 2 minutes.
Okay, I would say that first you have to give it a try. Suck it and see, as I would say, like the fisherman's friends. So if you've got a person, just try it. Just because what I said about going to that evening class at Morley College, I was doing this acting thing. I was just trying it out. I was just like, I've got nothing else to do on a Wednesday evening. Let me go there. Try it out. Try many different things out as well. Try to do so many different things. Like this thing of the unknown. Try the unknown. It might come in food. It might come in music. It might come in art. When's the last time you went to an art gallery and just walked around the art gallery? When's the last time you walked down by the riverside? When's the last time you had Thai food or Malaysian or some food from Nepal? And, you know, like, because we can get really closed off. And it's that thing of being closed off that stops us from finding out where our gifts are. And once you try certain things and you're not afraid to fail, you're not afraid to dislike something, you're not afraid to know that it's not right for you. And then if you know your gift, you know that, okay, I'm a great painter, or I'm great at music and I want to get into it. Just do the small things first, and it's called momentum. Just build up yourself step by step, but keep reaching up, just keep reaching up on it. And then, as I say, with that advice of reach up, pull up, to come together, that is a great way of building momentum in regards to that as well. So just literally trying out stuff and keep trying to move forward with whatever you're doing, and don't be fearful. And know that you are enough. You're not always perfect. You're not always perfect, but you're perfectly always yourself.
Amen. Yes,
you're perfectly always yourself. So always know that you are enough, you're perfect, and you will always get to where you want to go to. Don't worry about what anyone else is saying, because you're put on this earth for a reason. And while you're on here, have fun doing it. Love life, love people, man, and go after it, man.
Yes, Yinkx, you heard it here first. You're absolutely amazing person. Oh my God, we're getting a countdown. This is so serious. So guys, I just want to say, Yinka, thank you so much for joining us. This is Real Relevant and Right Now, episode 16, Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Special guest, the amazing Yinka Awoni.
Come on. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thanks for like reaching out as well, you know, and bringing me on here, man. Big love. I would do that as well. I've got to do half a half, because if I'd done the other half, my phone would drop on the floor.
And Yinkx, really quickly before you go, where can everyone find you? Socials?
Find me on Mr. Yinkx on Insta. So rubbish on Insta. Same on Twitter. Same on Hotface. I don't call it Facebook. Call it Hotface, isn't it? Baitface, or they call it.
I love it. There you are.
But yeah, mostly on Twitter now. But like, definitely just keep up. You see all the new projects that's coming on in the future, and yeah, just send some love. And if you want to ask me any questions, reach out to me. I will help you. If you want to get into acting, if you want to get into this industry, I'm more than happy to just point you in the right direction. Or some people might need a kick in the right direction to get their ass going and let them achieving their dreams.
Literally, I love that, Yinka. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much as well.
I'm Kirsty Spence, the amazing Yinka Awoni. I will see you guys soon.
See you. Big love. Big love.
Big
Bye, guys.
love,
Thanks for
baby.
tuning in, man. We
Bye.
appreciate you guys. Bye.
We love you.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye,
Bye, Felicia.
Okay, bye, Boo. All right, you take your
Love
time
you.
to go over there. You get your cake from your mom's
Oh,
house.
you got your American accent now going on. Oh, we can go and do that. Girl,
Right,
I'll tell you, girl. You challenge me one more time, girl, like that, I'll swear. I'll come over to that East London from my Kentucky over here, girl.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Felicia.